Hey guys, today we're going to be learning about volume of three-dimensional figures by Daphne and Naya. Now, volume is the measure of the space occupied by a solid, and the formula is V equals base times height. Now, a cylinder is a 3D-dimensional figure with two parallel congruent circular bases, like these two. Now, the formula is V equals pi r squared times height, or V equals base times height. Now, an example. Find the volume of the cylinder. Round to the nearest 10. So, the radius of the cylinder circular part is 3 inches, and the height is 5 inches. Now, we put in the formula, which is pi r squared times height. So we put in the numbers, pi times 3 squared times 5. We find the exponent. We put in the exponent. So it's pi times 9 times 5, which gives us 141.3 inches cubed. So now, the volume of a cone. So we put V equals 1/3 times B times base times height, or V equals 1/3 times pi r squared times height. Now find the volume around to the nearest 10. So the height is 6 inches and the radius is 3 inches. So we put in the formula 1/3 times pi r squared times height. We put in the numbers, which is 1/3 times pi times 3 squared times 6. We divide this by 1/3, which is pi times 3 squared times 6. We find the exponent, which is pi times 9 times 6 divided by 3, and we get 56.5 inches cubed. Okay, the volume of spheres. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 the product of pi and the cube of the radius, r. The formula V equals 4/3 times pi r cubed. Find the volume around to the nearest 10. So the radius is 6 centimeters. So we put the formula 4/3 times pi r cubed. We get 4/3. Then we add in the numbers. Put in the numbers. 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed, which gives us 904.8 centimeters 3. Okay. Now the volume of rectangular prisms. The formula of the rectangular prism is base times height, or length times width times height. The length is 12 inches of this rectangular prism, and the height is 12 inches, and the width is 12 inches. We put in the formula, which is base times height. We put in the numbers, 12 times 12 times 12. We find what's in the parentheses, which is 104. Bring down this 12, which is 104 times 12, and we get 1,728 inches cubed. Now, the volume of composite solids. They are objects that are made up of more than one type of solid. To find the volume, take each of the 3D shapes and with their formula find their volume and then add. So, an example. Right here is this composite figure with a rectangular prism, the cylinder, and another rectangular prism. Both of the rectangular prisms have the same numbers. So the height is 5 meters, the length is 8 meters, and so the height is 5 meters, the width is 8 meters, and the length is 20 meters. Now, the diameter of the cylinder is 8 meters, and the height of the cylinder is 15 meters. Now, when we we put in the formula of the rectangle, length times width times height. We put in the numbers, 20 times 8 times 5, which is just 800, but like there's 2 rectangles, we times it by 2. And we get 1,600 meters. Now the cylinder, we put in the formula, pi r squared times height, like the diameter was 8, minus divided by 2 to find the radius is 4. So pi times 4 squared times 15. We find the exponent. So pi times 16 times 15 gives us 753.5 meters. We add them and we get 2,353.6 meter cubed. The end. Thank you guys. Supported by Tran Academy.